Hello YouTube, this is the new Rocket Fire with Tom Willet.
Tom Willet, close enough.
So how you did today?
I did 1 to 2 today, so not too great.
Not too great today.
A couple of decks I haven't played before, so.
Including one of my friends.
Indeed, yeah. Right, do you want to get started?
Yeah, let's get cracking.
Triple Tracer.
Oh, can you do it like that way? So I can actually see the cards.
Triple Tracer.
Yep.
Best card in deck.
Yep.
Special summons from deck, but locks you out of dark. Locks you into dark, so is what it is.
Yep.
Triple Silver.
Yep.
Highest attack. Best card.
And literally can just take any card out of the extra deck you need to.
Yeah, if it gets popped, which doesn't tend to come up too often. Triple Absol Outer.
Yep.
I know most people run it with 2, but I go for 3 because
Alright.
more chances of getting your
Fair
rockets
enough.
to hand from special summoning, and it's easy enough to get out. Triple Parallel Exceed
Oh, okay. Interesting choice.
to get to the deck mommy, but we'll go to that later.
Okay. Oh, so rank 4.
Yeah, get the rank 4 plays. Double Auto Rocket. I'd never really use the second effect, it's just to get into Striker Dragon.
Okay.
Double Magna.
Okay.
Same reason as the first, just to have more rockets in the deck.
Fair enough. Decent amount of names always work for this deck.
Yeah. 1 Recharger. This is pretty decent. If anything gets destroyed by battle from the extra deck, it special summons.
Oh, cool.
And anything on destruction, I believe it's special summons back from the grave.
Oh, good.
Pretty decent. Starly's Safer to start off the Chaos package.
Okay.
Pretty decent, can't go wrong. Double Nocto Vision.
Yep.
Never a bad card. Most of the stuff in my extra deck's dark, so it's easy to special out.
Okay. That's a new one, isn't it?
Yeah, it came out a couple of sets ago. I can't really remember which one. I think it was Ignition and Assault. 2 Chaos Dragon Levy in here.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It's big booty and it can get rid of, just gets rid of problem cards on the field. Great way to get rid of things like Summon Limit, which really screwed me over tonight. Triple Ghost Bell.
Okay, what's this card for?
I was genuinely expecting to play more Adamancipator when we came back to locals, so I put in 3 Ghost Bell because it deals with the big zombie dude.
Block Dragon.
Yeah, I mean it deals with Block Dragon as well, so you can't go too wrong.
Okay.
White and black.
Yep.
Best part of the Chaos package.
The
Gets
reason
into extra deck.
the best. That's what I want still.
Yeah. Last, Rocket Synchron.
Yep.
It's great for getting into any of your level 8s.
Okay.
White Knight Dragon.
Oh,
It's pretty
okay.
decent. If any of the cards on your field are targeted by spells and traps, it completely negates the effect, and it's
that's
not
good.
once per turn.
That's good.
It's like pre-5Ds, so they don't understand. Red MD.
There you go.
No need to explain this card.
But
Absolutely
now it's a
brilliant.
Raza. It's not the same.
Yeah, but it's still like a free Pisty from deck, so it's like having 2 Pisties. Galaxy Spiral, which is really good to get into your Hope Harbinger.
Yep.
Omni Dragon Brotar,
Yep.
really good. Special summons from grave if
Okay.
anything gets destroyed. Morphage Goliath, this is the actual nuts. I won a game based off of summoning this tonight.
Really?
It locks both players out of their extra deck unless they've got a Morphage
God.
cards in their extra deck. So
Which are none in the extra deck still.
yeah, more or less. You never use its pendulum effect because there is absolutely no point. If you're going to lock them out, have it on the field, don't have it in the back row. And the pendulum effect, I don't even know what it is because I never use it.
It tributes itself, and then it has to tribute another Morbo to keep on the scale. Then
Something like that.
it's a very bad effect, but I've seen it being played more in the Dragon May decks, Dragoonty decks.
I keep getting asked why Goliath and not Sloth. Goliath's the bigger attack, so that's literally the reason for it.
That's my reason for it to actually most of the time, because 2750 is quite a lot of damage.
Yeah, not many people can get over it, especially even if they special out Pankatops, which happened tonight, you can still get over it with a Morphage. There is no trouble there. Onto the spells. Triple quick launch.
The best.
Best card in deck. Like, arguably slightly better than Tracer.
Because it's just not once per turn.
Triple World Legacy Guard Dragon. It's like Monster Reborn, but on steroids. And it moves stuff around, so I've had a few games tonight where you've got an arrow pointing down, and you summon Pisty here or LP here, and then you just scoot it over and then use the effect, and then you don't have any troubles.
Okay.
Triple Call by the Grave. Absolutely does not need explaining. I don't want to have to deal with my opponent's Ash Blossom Spring, which happens too many times. Double Chaos Space.
Good.
Just to start up the Chaos engine, really.
Yep. And you get the extra.
Yeah. And 2 Triple Tactics Talent.
Okay.
Which is like, let's face it, everyone uses the Pot of Greed effect. Why the hell not?
But do you actually get to use the other 2 effects?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've used the Forceful Sentry one quite a lot, which is decent, just to get rid of something from their hand.
Or the Change of Heart.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever used Change of Heart just because I haven't got any way to out any of the stuff. Like, I can't link it away or anything.
Oh, okay, so it's kind of...
Double Boot Sector Launch.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with Boot Sector Launch.
Alright.
Possibly one of the better cards in the deck.
Okay.
And if, like, you've got or like you're playing an opponent that just vomits cards onto the field, you can use that to special out as many as you need. So
okay.
If I did run it, I could like special summon 5-headed dragon, which is pretty decent, or the Link, which is like okay. 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Dragon's Ravine, and 1 Foolish Burial. These cards are pretty much the same. You just can't go wrong with them. They're fairly decent. And Monster Reborn, just because like get back anything, no questions asked. As long as it's been specially summoned correctly, you're all good.
Yep.
And then the traps, and I only run 3. Gravedigger's Trap Hole, Time Space Trap Hole, and Floodgate Trap Hole.
You're running 3 targets?
Yes. This came in pretty clutch tonight. I did actually use it the OG way, so I set it, and then someone special summoned a Time Lord, and I just flipped it so they couldn't like touch it. I think it was the one with like 4K as well, so it put them out for a couple of turns.
Oh my, that must have been...
Yeah. Time Space Trap Hole is really good against things that like to vomit out for the extra deck, or pendulum decks. Because you're only negating 1 summon, but if they're penduluming out everything turn 1...
You might lose a lot of hard points, but...
No, because it's only counted as 1 summon.
Oh.
But they lose everything, and this actually got me a game tonight. Gravedigger's Trap Hole. Maiden banished from grave, but because it was a graveyard effect, I time spaced it. Burnt the guy for 2k. That was it. Game.
Perfect.
Can't go wrong. Extra deck.
Yep.
Borrowload Savage.
Yep.
There is no explanation for this. Absolutely cracking card.
And it looks nice in secret.
Yeah, it is the nice secret wear variant, which you can't go wrong with from the Mega Tins.
Yeah.
A Best Dweller. I could change this out for anything because I only really side it against like Salads or Striker. I think use the occasional graveyard effect. Like
yeah, they do.
And stuff. Quad Borrel. Yep. This is pretty decent. It's sort of like an extender.
Okay.
I've used it to extend a few times because if you pop a Link monster on their side of the field, you special summon from grave any rocket up to the Link rating. So if you pop their Appaloosa with it and for some reason they don't negate it, you can special summon 4 rockets from your grave, which is pretty decent. Hope Harbinger, absolute don of a card. Negate spells and traps, so you really can't go wrong with it. I used it once tonight and I won that game. So. Borrel Sword, big boy, just likes to ruin things really. Absolutely ruins your day. Romulus, if I throw it at you that helps. Romulus, can't go wrong, gets the field spell from grave and then that's like a Foolish Burial which you can't go wrong with. And 90% of the time you're sending Chaos Dragons to bring back. Double Striker. These are the start of your extending. And if that gets ash 90% of the time, you're screwed. Unless you use Tracer to further extend, which tends to be what happens for me. Triple burst,
Yep.
does piercing, negates during the damage step. It's pretty decent.
Yep.
It comes up. And quite a lot of people forget that it does piercing battle damage, so they'll happily leave a zero
defend.
attack monster in their
in defense position.
yeah, and then get scrutinized for it. Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend,
Oh,
absolute banger of a card.
is it?
It's like a Regeki, only it burns for every monster you send to the grave. So if
Oh,
they have 2 out, you burn
Quite
them
an
for a
old
penalty.
card. I haven't seen play for quite a while.
Yeah, well, I was rooting through some of my stuff a while ago and I found it, and I really like the effect.
Good.
And the greatest thing for me is it can still attack afterwards.
Oh, that's
So
good.
after
And it
you-
burns you.
Yeah, so you're doing like 35. At the minimum, you're doing 35, and at the max, you're burning for like 3k. So
Whoa.
you're doing double damage more or less.
That's good.
Apollosa,
Yep.
cannot go wrong with it.
Yep.
Absolutely brilliant card. Negates. If you don't have it in your deck, you're definitely not playing Yu-Gi-Oh! 2020. LP,
Yep.
Pisty.
Yep.
You can't play one without the other.
Yep.
I mean, you can, but you're running Red MD at that point. This is really good. This is pretty much how I get a Morphage Goliath out 90% of the time. If I
Oh,
don't know
good.
what they're playing, I'll lock them out of their extra deck to begin with.
Good.
If I get made to go first. But then you have to do a lot of setup so that you can use the effect properly, because you kind of want Savage on the field as well to negate.
All right.
And then Pisty, again, to the revival, comes in clutch many times.
Cool.
If you're bringing back, like, I know it's once per turn, but if you're bringing back Red MD, you're still going to do work, even if you're just bringing back Tracer,
All right.
because then you can pop to go into Savage
Okay.
or your Red Dragon Archfiend.
That's good.
And then Deck Mummy, Trap Tricks with Fleisha,
Yep.
absolutely, possibly one of the best cards in my deck. That is how I managed to get the burn for Gravedigger's Trap Hole.
Okay.
Really good, can't go wrong. She's just a big booty. You just put her on the field. Like 1 or 2 cards can get over her, but not like unless they're special summoning Prank Tops. But as it's a special summon from hand, you can Gravedigger's Trap Hole it.
Does that actually come up? You can actually go keep a.
It does, yeah. It is surprising the amount of people, because it's a hand or a grave effect,
Oh.
which people don't understand, because it tends to get used against Nibiru,
Yep.
because that's kind of the big selling point for it. At the beginning, everyone was like, oh yeah, great, this is going to stop Nibiru. But it actually does, like, it can really put in the work, and you're burning for 2k afterwards, so
Nice.
you're doing decent damage. And then finally, Hieratic Seal,
Yep.
or Heavenly Spheres, or whatever you want to call it. This is pretty good. It tends to be what I go into if I don't want to do Romulus,
Okay.
because Romulus locks you out of the lower, so you then can't do your Link 1s, so you can't do the LP Pisty combo. So this
Okay.
is kind of the way you want to go.
All right.
Heavenly Spheres,
All right.
and then you can do the full shebang.
All right. That's all. Any thanks or any?
No, shout out to Team Cauldron as always.
Yep.
And of course, shout out to
You're
Matthew Heard, who has put all this together for me. Thank you very much. Matthew.
welcome, and the best locals ever.
Indeed, yeah, and Top Deck In. We've got their
And you
sponsor on our
play mats.
which you cannot go wrong.
Oh, the best play mats. All right then.
Really good. And a shout out to Connor Webb from Team Cauldron for doing all the artwork.
Oh, nice one.
Really smashed it, mate.
All right then.
Right, that's that.
Okay. Enjoy and subscribe. Have a good night.
Have a lovely evening.
And we'll see you in next time.